Hello and welcome back to Xpwaste, where my herb sack is always open. I'm Michael.
And I have survived. I am back on the show. Hello. If you're new around here, you probably have no idea what that means. I'm Oxie. I'm the regular co-host of this show that is about old school RuneScape, like 99% of the time. We do get off on tangents quite frequently, but I feel like most of the time there are tangents about RuneScape. I haven't gotten a chance to listen to the episode with you and Bird from last week. That whole thing just seems like a tangent. I've listened to enough Guthix Rest to know that bringing Bird or Sparry on is the main title. You eventually circle back 40 minutes later and go, wait, what were we talking about? And then and then you get back to it. So I imagine there's quite a bit of tangents in that. Excited to hear that. If you're not new around here, I'm not on camera right now because I am propped up in bed. Not quite like a Victorian noble suffering from tuberculosis, but nearly there.
That's the image I'm going to put on screen for you.
Yeah, please, like a telltale heart, or God, what's something by the Edgar Allan Poe poem, the one that's by the sea. Who knows, man?
Who knows?
I once had a teacher in high school tell me that if any of the guys in that class read Annabelle Lee, that's the name of the poem. If you ever read Annabelle Lee to a girl, she would marry you right then and there. That has not worked. Okay. Unfortunately, that I don't know. But anyways,
wrong.
Speaking of tangents, I'm back. I've been playing a lot of RuneScape in my downtime. So, Michael, how have you been? How's your week going?
I feel like we haven't talked, but we also have talked quite a bit.
It's we've talked every day, but not about the show, I feel like.
Right. My week has been pretty decent. I think what happened this week? I think the highlight of the week was playing D&D IRL, because that's always going to be a highlight for me. Let's see. In RuneScape, I'm 190k away from 90 strength, and then also 55k away from 75 Slayer. So gargoyles are almost going to be unlocked. And if I get another spiritual creatures task, I'm going to find the nearest squirrel and I'm going to kick it. I'll just block him. Actually, that's what I'm going to do. So it's been going good. All I've been doing really is just training Slayer. I got 92 mining a while back, and I thought, I'll just be, cutting amethyst whenever I have downtime. And no, I haven't cut. I think we had 500 amethyst in the shared chest, and now that's all that's in there. But I'm just going hard on the combats, and it's feeling good to be the PVM god of our group. I never thought I'd say that.
I was just saying that's a phrase coming out of Michael's mouth that nobody expected, not even me. And I'm in his group, and I am in general. Of the three of us that actively play, I'm definitely the PVMer, and I never expected to hear Michael say that and be right. So
be right.
Yeah.
I think you could get into it. I know that you majorly dislike early game Slayer without cannons and stuff, but just throw on full Derex and tank it, because that's what I've been doing. I bring a super set, I bring a super attack, strength, defense, full Derex, and just an inventory of Karambwans, and most tasks I can get done. When we played D&D the other night, it took me the entire 3 hours to do my Deviant Spectres task, because they have 200 health. And so that one I was using prayer potions.
First mistake, you're doing Deviant Spectres.
Well,
Aberrant Spectres are way easier to kill.
It was a Konar task, and I had to do Aberrant Spectres in the catacombs.
That's misery.
Are there Aberrant Spectres here, or is it just Deviant Spectres?
It's just the Deviants in the catacombs.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's what it was. I had fun. I stocked up on a bunch of good herbs, and a little fun, a little trick that I learned in the last hour. If you're at the Deviant Spectre spot, you can go up the little rope ladder right there, and it takes you to the bank Like it's right by the bank in Shazian. So if you want to just, if you just want to bring, well, it's not really the bank that's the big part. It's the fairy ring. So if you do your whole like 5 minutes of prayer, then you can teleport home, restore at your house altar, use the fairy ring because you can use the salve graveyard portal in your house, or if you have a fairy ring in your house. This is mainly for Iron Men who don't want to use prayer potions, okay? Go to your house, restore your prayer, use the fairy ring back to the chasm of fire, and then go down the rope ladder, and then you're back at the specters. And then you don't have to use any prayer potions. I learned that after I had used probably 20 prayer potions doing that task. And then I just realized, oh, I don't actually have to. I just have to teleport away every 5 minutes, and then I can kill these things easily. So next time I get an Aberrant Spectres task, that's what I'll be doing. But I'm on my what's my streak right now? I'm finishing my 73rd task. So is there a big point boost for 75?
Nope.
So it's every 50 and 100 and then every 10 between those. Okay. Well, I won't get another big one for another 25 or 27 tasks, which isn't terrible, but I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what I want to buy. I think I'm just going to save it for like getting a nice block list, because number one, spiritual creatures are getting blocked instantly the next time I get them. And then I may block fire giants and maybe like greater demons, because I've been getting those a lot and those are really slow tasks. Not a fan. Black demons I need to leave unblocked because of demonic gorillas, which I'm also like putting off doing.
Again, there's not a point in doing demonic gorillas.
I know.
We have like 80 mage as a team, so there's...
Oh, it's true. That's true. What is it to enchant it? It's
like 90 something.
87? Oh, you're right. 93. Oh my gosh. I didn't even consider that.
TMD has told you 8 times to not do good demonic gorillas.
Well, I know.
Every time in our group Iron Man chat, this man says, well, if I get a Black Demons task, maybe I could do demonic gorillas and get a Zenite. And TMD has like tattooed on his face. He's like, we can't enchant Zenites. And Michael's like, well, consider it. You know, who knows?
I thought it was the crafting that he was worried about.
Also, yes, we're kind of down bad for crafting most of the Zenite jewelry. TMD might be able to boost for suffering, but you know,
an unenchanted suffering is probably not worth it.
It's not a suffering. It's just a Zenite ring. It's not a suffering. It's useless.
Oh, see, I don't know these things. Now I know. So yeah, I'm getting flamed for wanting to block greater demons, but I don't want to go to Zammy like every 4th task, especially if I'm going to have to do it solo. So obviously there will be tasks where I'm like, this would be nice to have greater demons unlocked, but I just don't want to kill greater demons when I'm not killing Zammy. You know what I mean? They know what I mean. But how are you, sir?
Oh boy, I'm here.
Yeah, you're here.
This is like, I feel like Michael and I talked last night. We're like, dude, what are we talking about? And we can talk about bingo, we can talk about Varlamore, and he's just like, what if you just explain what you've been up to? I'm like, honestly, it's been a lot, so maybe. I've been good. The IRL stuff, I have been asked quite a bit. Surgery went fine. We're big chilling. Surgery's good. I'm not nearly as crusty as I was the last time I was on the show. I did listen to that episode. I was like, holy shit, I was in a bad mood when you when you DM'd me that. But we're feeling better. Again, the itching is driving me insane. And I actually went to the doctor the day that episode came out, and I had him cut my cast. Because when I told him, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of crazy, but also kind of shitty that, like, you know, you're making it so it digs into my skin if I don't have it propped up. He's like, that's not supposed to happen. I'm like, oh, it isn't? So there's like a wound on my leg now because of that. So that looks cool.
Imagine if you just let that go.
I couldn't have. I was like suffering. It was horrible. That was like, the ankle itself doesn't hurt. It is truly the itching is the worst. I woke up at like 4:45 today because like right above my foot on my casted leg itched so bad. I was doing like mindfulness exercises like I teach clients to like try and force myself to fall back asleep and not think about the itching. It was misery. And like that's literally been the worst part of the whole thing. And the nurse was like, please don't stick anything down there because A, if you drop it, it's stuck. And B, if you like split anything open, it's going to get really infected. And that's going to be a terrible look going back to the doctor to get it cut off. So yeah, I'm not doing great with the itching. Everything else though, we're doing fine. We've been chilling at home. I have no weight bear status, so I'm still at my mom's house, and I probably will be until like October 19th. So I'm gonna be doing bingo from my hometown for like most of it. Yeah. Which is gonna be an interesting experience. We played D&D the other night, and it was the first time that I like actually sat in VC with friends for a long time while my family was home. And I could just tell, my dude, I'm being loud as fuck. They can hear me. And I think I was in VC from like probably 8:30 to 2 that day. So it was like the first time I like sat down to game with other people. And I'm like, yeah, this isn't going to be sustainable for the family for me to do like every single day. But I have told, and my mom and sister are very well aware of bingo at this point because we usually go up north every year. We're not going up north this year because I can't move. Like I can't. What am I going to do? Sit in a cabin? Like I can't hike. You know, I've never tried to do this thing on like my wheelie cart that I have. I've not tried to use it on grass. But the weekend we were planning on going up north is the weekend of the draft, so it's this upcoming weekend. And I already told my mom and my sister, I'm like, remember how last year I had that draft thing while we were up north? I've got the same thing again, but I've got a co-captain this time around, and like it should be a little bit easier, you know. So the family's very aware that like from the moment I wake up, pop myself a cup of coffee and sit down at the computer, I'm gonna be talking to people probably until 2 a.m. every single day.
Yeah, degen.
Yeah, it's truly degen
for a week.
And it's, dude, I don't know what my team is going to look like other than my co-captain Nate Dogg, who I will trust to the ends of the earth with my bingo escapades forever. I think this will be our 4th time being on the team together. Other than Nate Dogg, I have no idea what my team is going to look like at the moment, but I won't be at work because the other like IRL development is my boss was like, hey, can you give me a doctor's note and like tell me what happened? So I went back and forth with her and the doctor or whatever, and the doctor's note said, like the surgeon told me that I have no weight bear status, so I can't do any manual labor, but I can do sedentary labor, which if you've ever been to therapy, which had better be all of you, go to therapy, goddammit, you know that like therapists don't do a lot. Like I have a very comfortable armchair that I sit in to do therapy. So like my whole life is sedentary labor, right? I told my boss, I'm like, I could work from online, I could do individual sessions, I can do groups. Like, what do you want me to do? She's like, I want a doctor's note that says what you can't do. I'm like, what about a return date? She's like, So I've not heard anything from her since I gave her the note. And they've emailed me about FMLA, which I'm working on right now. So maybe I'm on leave from work, I guess, right now. So I guess I'm hanging out.
I cannot believe you tore your Achilles, got surgery, so that you could have the entire week of bingo off.
You know, it was actually a tactic, right? So hear me out. I tore my Achilles on August 19th, ruptured it, like broke it clean in half. There's a video that I sent to Michael on TikTok that I recently sent to some other. It's disgusting of like what that injury looks like. I did that and I was like, dude, you know what I could do? I could go to the doctors on Monday, or I could call them on Monday, tell them what insurance I have, only for them to tell me my insurance doesn't cover orthopedic without a primary care referral, and then jump through 3 weeks of hoops to finally get into the ortho office, only for the ortho doctor to look me in the face and say, "Oh, you should have come in sooner. We could have worked out the insurance thing after the fact. It would have been fine." I'm like,
Oh,
then why did nobody tell me that over the phone? So I walked around on a ruptured Achilles for like nearly a month.
Yeah, that has to not feel good.
Oh, it didn't. And like I said, I think it was the last time I was on the show. I said, like, I went to the doctor's office like 11 o'clock in the morning for my appointment. And he's like, "Oh shit, yeah. How does tomorrow morning sound for surgery?" I'm like, "Okay, so
Damn.
it was very, very, very last minute. Yeah. So, but we're fine. We're good. We survived the surgery. But that wasn't my strategy. I'm like, if I hurt myself with an uncontrollable injury, don't do anything for several weeks. And then schedule it in such a way where my recovery time would allow me for FMLA to stay home for bingo. There it is. That's perfect. That was the whole plan the entire time. So you figured me out.
You haven't heard the episode I did with Bird yet, but my theory last week was that you tore your Achilles and waited to have surgery, got surgery so that you couldn't be on the show, so that you could grow your beard back because you accidentally cut it too short.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. All right, so I am. For those of you who have been in the Discord, you may have seen Michael or TMD post this absolutely asinine emote of me that Michael's probably going to stick on my normal picture slot right now in the YouTube version. I bought myself an electric razor before I went to see Hosier the day before my surgery, right? A couple days before my surgery, bought the razor, and I trimmed my beard with the guard on, and it looked really nice. Like, it was clean, it was well lined up with like the straight razor afterwards. I'm like, oh baby, that's what I'm talking about. I had a stray hair that was, I guess, got missed or something. And I picked up my razor the next day because I was looking at it in the mirror. It was right before a parent group I had to run online. I picked up the razor and went, "I'll take care of this." And then just, I'm like, that's way more hair. That's like way more hair than what should have come off. And I forgot to put the guard back on. So I shaved a hole in my beard 2 minutes before my parent group, and then went to the parent group with a hole in my beard and just rolled with it. I'm like, I am the professional. This is my group. I'm gonna run it with a hole in my beard, and if they notice, cool. If they don't, cool. Nobody said anything. Everybody saw it. Like, there's no way they didn't.
Where was the hole?
The hole? Oh, I don't think I have a picture of it. It was like right below my chin on like the right side of my face.
Oh. So it was noticeable?
Oh my god, it was like a 2x2 square. It was bad. It was like a really big, really bad patch. So after the group, I was like, "Oh my god, I have to shave my whole face." So I did. I just did the no guard shave, but the stubble I thought just looked like shit. I'm like, it looks like I have a dirt neck. Like, I don't like this right now. So I just clean shaved it for the first time in like probably 2 years. Yeah. And I hated every single second of it. Chaos Cleric says, "Can we get these as merch shirts? I will see you in hell." I swear to God, I do not want this on merch because this is absolutely horrible. Literally, oh my God, everyone in the recording booth chat is agreeing with them. They want it. I hate it. But yeah,
it could happen, boys.
It could not happen. I'm back and I'm vetoing the shit on that. You do not control. Okay. I've got all the logins too. I'm vetoing the shit out of that. But yeah, oh my god.
You had a mustache though, and you didn't roll with it
because it looked horrible.
No, I'm gonna post the mustache picture.
I look, and this is not a joke here. I look like I'm a member of a very problematic organization for white men with that mustache, and I just don't like it. I didn't like it. It was a joke for me. That's kind of why I'm like, oh, haha, I shaved the mustache. That's funny. But like, I sent a picture and then immediately shaved it off. I'm like, this is gross. I don't want this. And then
I guess, I mean, mustaches work on some people.
Well, not me. I am not one of them.
Yeah. I would say some like mustaches in general are just, they're not bad, but some people it just doesn't look great. I think it looks fine on you, but you have to look at yourself more than everybody else. So,
and trust me, for the last several weeks I've had to look at myself, I've hated it. My beard has grown back enough where I can like shape it and not hate every second of looking at myself, you know? So that's nice. I don't totally despise the way I look right now, but I'm still a couple weeks away from like having my beard back. And I don't have a camera on right now because if I use a camera, I think it'll siphon too much battery from my laptop. Yeah, it really.
Speaking of laptop, you text me and said you're going to go laptop shopping?
I'm considering going laptop shopping because the laptop I'm currently using, I got in 2014 when I graduated high school. So this is my college laptop that I specifically said to my parents or anyone. I was like, if I get a laptop for school, I don't want it to be able to run games. Because if I can play video games, if I can download this Steam thing everyone's talking about, I am not going to graduate. I am just going to play games forever, and I'm not going to get any work done. And at the time, that was great because I didn't play any games. I think like the extent of what I played, I found like a bootleg copy of like Star Wars Battlefront, the original one from like 2003. And I played that and I enjoyed that quite a bit. But that was so low effort and like didn't actually, like it wasn't something I played 24/7. I didn't even really play RuneScape in college. I think I logged in, I made an account with my old school email in RS3. Old school was already out, but I didn't know about it. So I made this account back in like probably 2016. And RuneScape was so different from what I remembered as a kid that I was like, yeah, this ain't it, dog. Because like I was expecting to go back to like what I remembered RuneScape was. And RS3 was nothing like that in 2016. So I was like, huh, I guess not. I guess this is not going to be my new thing. Yeah, so, but I'm still using it. It's been nearly a decade, and I'm still using the laptop. So I think it might be time for an upgrade of some nature. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Something that can run RuneScape at the very least.
It needs to
which
run
isn't like
RuneScape
a hard. That's not a high
and Google
bar.
Docs. That's what it needs to
Google
do.
Docs. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe like not overheat when you have like a webcam turned on.
I mean, that would be nice. I mean, I think the issue is like I have the tech that I'm using is so much further ahead than my laptop that like I don't think any of the stuff I have plugged into it right now was around when the laptop was new. I don't think the Shure MV7 was around. I don't think the Brio was around. Like a lot of the stuff that I use to record is just newer, so it takes a bigger toll on my system. Don't get me wrong, the old girl's tried and true. She's old. She's very senior for what I need, and I've outgrown it a bit. And then I had a tablet that I was going to use. I had a tablet that I was going to like play mobile RuneScape on. It had a passcode on it, and my dad, I'm like, what's the passcode? He's like, oh, I would have to check some combinations. I'm like, okay, cool. Could you text them to me? And he's like, absolutely not. I'm like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. You're being a secret dad about this. This is ridiculous. So he went and he came over one of the days and he couldn't get into the tablet. And then when he finally did, he's like, I don't know how to disable the passcode, all that. I'm like, maybe if you just give it to me, I can help you, you know? And he's like, no. He's like, you don't understand. There's attorney-client confidentiality stuff on here. You wouldn't understand. I'm like, dog, I'm a therapist. Client confidentiality is my bread and butter. I don't give a shit about what's on the iPad. I just want to download Discord and RuneScape. and use it. He's like, I have to go home and see if I can find a way to wipe this. That was 2 weeks ago, and I've not gotten the iPad
Oh my
back.
gosh,
So
Oxie's dead.
I think at this
What?
point, I'm just like, I'm just taking
Take the L.
I'm taking the L, and if I can get a laptop, I will.
What kind of tablet are we talking about here?
Here's an iPad.
Oh my gosh, it's so easy to wipe an iPad.
I just don't
Get him on the phone. Get him on the phone with me.
No,
Today.
I don't think it's a matter of he doesn't know how, because he's pretty technologically proficient. I just don't think he cares, and he's like, oh, I'll get to it when I get to it. So,
did you explain the absolute AFK-ness that you could have, the absolute degen hours you could pull from the couch with this tablet?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. So we might as well get into the stuff that people actually give a shit about. RuneScape, what I've been doing
here.
I have been doing a lot of degen stuff on my laptop. So my mom has this real fancy couch where it's 3 cushions, and the 2 cushions on the end both recline. Like they have like the button where the little seat pushes up or whatever.
Yeah.
Chaos Cleric is banned from the recording booth chat. I swear to God, that's the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. That is, I waive all royalties. You can. Oh my God, I'm gonna burn this recording booth chat to the ground. Michael can just use my quadrant or my camera normally is to put up whatever shenanigans the recording booth decides to post since I'm back. With that being one of them, and Jesus H. Christ, that's just the worst. Anyways, what was I saying? I've been able to
the couch.
Yeah, so the couch reclines, so I can sit up, feet reclined, not in a dad coming home from work way, in I have to keep my foot elevated way,
Yeah.
So my foot's been staying elevated. It's been great. I've had my little laptop thing because my mom has a table, a little couch table specifically for laptops. So I use that sometimes. And I've been doing a lot. I've been doing all sorts of stuff on this laptop. We've been doing all 3 raids. I did an entire Hydra task. I did Hydra and then just hard stopped Slayer. I don't even know what even is my task right now. Where are you? I'm gonna DM you my task because I gotta live with you. I don't remember what it is. Task. Dark Beast in the Ioworth dungeon. Yeah, okay. I probably just forgot to even bother doing it.
Such an easy task.
Yeah, I probably just forgot. Although I don't think that's accurate either.
13 of them.
Yeah, okay. I don't think that's accurate either because I feel like I just did that task. I don't know. Maybe it was something different. Who knows? Either way, I've just been sitting around doing raids, doing a little bit of PVM. Money making has come to an absolute standstill. The rebuild is halted almost entirely because when I have been actively playing and not distracted, watching Ahsoka or Bob's Burgers or football, I'm watching a lot of sports this week. It's been great.
Yeah.
Go Lions, am I right?
Heyo.
I've been doing a lot of skilling,
which I'm so proud of you for.
I mean, you make it seem like I can't skill. I can skill. I just prefer to kill bosses, I can, sir. I can.
That's true. You got your diary cape.
I went from 87 to 90 agility. I did a lot of monkey laps. Did a little bit of Prif, and then did a lot of Sepulcher.
Wait, did you get your final laps done?
No,
2000?
I think I have 700 monkey laps left to do. So I'll do those eventually. I'm at 90 agility right now, but I eventually got to a point where Sepulcher was relatively not bad. Sepulcher's annoying, but it's annoying in the same way Olm is annoying. In the way that you can't really control it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean you can manipulate Olm pretty well with 4-to-1s and stuff like that. But as far as Olm just being a dick with his auto attacks, oh, here's a 16 through prayer, here's the crystal bomb phase where the crystals are falling on you and crystals are falling everywhere else, and you can just go fuck yourself that kind of Olm annoying. You know, that's kind of how Sepulcher gets. but it's not difficult anymore. I don't really struggle with floor, which is nice. So I might push through to 92 just for laughs. We'll see.
Oh,
I have 89 construction, just got that last night, and I have
congrats.
87 rune crafting, which I am painstakingly working on right now. So if you hear any clicking in the back of what I'm talking, like right now, I'm chiseling that dense essence, baby. Chiseling the dense essence. I've played a little bit of Guardians of the Rift. I got the boots. I got the lantern. That was pretty cool. Getting the lantern.
The lantern is nice if you don't have 99 ring crafting already.
I do not have 99 rune crafting, and the lantern's real nice because
Yeah.
I have 99 fire making, so I can put whatever log I want in there. And then I'm doing some like random skilling here and there. I got a wood cutting level. If I need something to do that I like isn't super, intense, I'll go AFK redwoods and do like super inefficient gameplay of that. I've got to get a hunter level because I'm only 164k away. I'm
a little over an hour.
Yeah, I'm in a very dangerous spot that I really don't like being in mentally.
Dangerous? Oh, okay, sorry.
It's really
dangerous?
bad. It's really bad mentally. It's dangerous mentally because like I look at some of my stats and I'm at the point where I'm like, "Oh, dude, 300k? So let's get that done today, baby." Like that's not bad at all.
Oh no.
I'm like, "Oh no." I'm like, "I don't
That's
like
not
this."
sustainable.
It is for some skills. It really is.
Well, I'm just mean like once you go back to work.
I mean, ideally, so here's my master plan, right? Ideally, I'll get base 90s and then 2200 total level before leagues. Bingo's probably going to put a hitch in that a little bit because I'm very sure within the next couple of weeks, maybe even tomorrow, Monday, who knows, they're going to tell us when leagues is. Because I really think winter 2023 means November. Like early November, which is what I would assume. Unless they're really going out the window this year and they're saying Leagues 4 is coming in January of 24, which holy shit, that was awful last time. Please don't do that again. But I really want to get 2200 before then because I'm probably not going to touch the main when Leagues comes out in the main game. I'll be playing it in Leagues a lot, but not in the main game.
Yeah.
So I'm just rounding some stuff out now. I got Black Graceful. I finally did enough construction contracts to get the Hasidious wall kit that I've always wanted, which absolutely fucks, by the way. If you guys are considering it, I think it looks great.
Yeah, I've not seen it. I probably should get it.
Hop to my world and hang out in my POH for a little bit. There's you know how like for those of you who aren't cowards and play with game music on, the load-in tune, like the little jingle, is different for every house theme. And for the Hasidious wall kit, it plays a little bit of the Forlorn Homestead, which is a track that plays in the Hasidious area. It's just a nice little touch, Looks real cool. Big fan of that. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I might finish my monkey backpack with 700 laps if I decide to go for 92 agility to try out level 5. But I'm also in a really awkward spot because I'm only going to be 2183 by the time I hit base 90s. And I only have 12 non-99 skills left. So I pretty much need to either...
You need to get a 99.
Yeah, pretty much. I need to get some sort of 99, which is the issue because I either dedicate literally every moment of time I have that's not bingo between now and leagues to getting a 99 that isn't fast, or I just throw the rebuild in the bin and spend an egregious amount of money on skills, which I can do. It's not going to be horrible, right? 99 crafting would only cost me, I think, 10 or 12 mil after the math is done.
Yeah. Smithing wouldn't be too expensive.
Smithing wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. You're close. What, you're 90 smithing or something?
Yeah, that's not that close though. That's
with gold, that's very close though.
I mean, that's not that close though. It's still 7 odd million experience. It's not that. It doesn't feel that close, Yeah.
Gold is what, like 250K an hour?
Maybe.
So-
Yeah. Like it's just a long time. It's a lot of hours, so it's possible. And then again, there is the expense of it too, because gold there's no chance of any sort of like profit return. Like air battle staffs, at least you lose like maybe like 100 GP a staff. Like I feel like you're losing more. But who knows? I don't know. I have to do some devious math and figure it out. Maybe I'll get 99 thieving. Maybe I'll just sit at like an arty night at one of those like special 95 thieving secret worlds.
Oh yeah, because you're 95 now.
Yeah, I'm 95, so that'll be a breeze. Who knows?
It's so easy. It's so easy.
Maybe that'll be my strategy. I don't know. I've got to figure something out because I'm 17 levels away from 2200, and I don't know how y'all are doing it. Like the amount of people I've seen this week get 2200 total level, I don't know how you guys are getting 22. I think it was, who was it today in Levels and Achievements posted something. It was their first 99 and they hit 2200 total level.
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, that's dedication to not just degenning one skill.
Elite Oreo dunker. Like, huh? How do you get 2200 total without a single 99? Like that's insane. So yeah, I don't know. We're gaining XP. We've done a lot of skilling. It's like 3, it'll be by the time this is all said and done, which 90 construction I'll have by the time this episode comes out, and I'll probably have at least 88 rune crafting. We've done a lot. We've done a lot of skilling content in the last few weeks, and we've made like 0 money. I did a single Hydra task because that's the only thing that's made me any money. I did a single Hydra task that is pretty much exclusively funded the 90 construction grind. But
yeah. Well, you know what will make you money? Bingo.
God, I hope so.
I believe you. I believe in you rather. Because you tend to do the big boy tiles, which if we can talk about bingo now, I'd like to hype it up a bit, because I admittedly, when I recorded that second portion, so like the second half of the episode where it was just me and I was doing the Patreon read, I was very tired and I was trying my darndest to sound like to be hype for when I was talking about bingo, but I was like, guys, bingo's coming. Get ready. So this is the episode. I feel where
you take a seat, baby girl. Papa's back to talk about bingo.
Well, can we talk about the dates first? I want to get that out of the way because there's some very important dates.
What's the most important date right now?
The most important date is that the day this episode comes out, if you're listening to it on the day it comes out, October 5th, this is the last day to sign up for TNL Fall Bingo. People are calling it Flingo.
Stop.
We'll see how that
Stop
goes.
calling it Flingo. Stop. We don't like that. I don't like Flingo. Springo's one thing. I don't like Flingo. It just doesn't flow.
Stop trying to make Flingo happen. I don't know. So October 5th, the day this episode comes out, signups will close at some point. I don't know what time we set, but it's usually like midnight sometime.
Point is, when you hear this episode come out and you haven't signed up for some reason, do it right now.
Go.
Like we are an audio podcast. You can put us in your pocket and fill out a Google form on your phone. Like do it right now if you're interested. Because if you're like, oh, I'll do it later, you're gonna forget. So stop what you're doing. Do it right now. Oh, I'm driving. Discord. I'm not going to be like Michael and tell you to pull over, but like set yourself a reminder, because we'll remind you at the end of the show, depending on how long your drive is, right? To fill it out right now. Do it, because I'm not doing late signups this year. Not doing it.
Discord.gg/OSRS TNL. You'll find the Google form to sign up in the events chat. So if you scroll down a bit, events. It's in the events channel, and then it's one of the pinned comments. So if you're good with Discord, you can find it. But if you have any trouble, obviously just message somebody, and they'll point you in the right direction. But today is the last day to sign up. And so if you're not listening on the day this episode comes out, I'm very sorry. Bingo signups have closed, but get ready for the draft, baby. So if you did sign up for bingo,
you better have
say
paid.
Today is Saturday.
You better have paid. That's the thing.
That too.
This episode comes out on a Thursday. If we don't have all them buy-ins in by Friday, no draft. We've had to lock that down this year very strictly. We had several teams last season who were like, "Hey, I drafted this person," and they never logged in once, and come to find out they never paid, and they just left the Discord. So we're locking it down. No pay, no play. Give your buy-in. If you haven't by the time this episode comes out. If you're not sure, ask, because we've been keeping a record. Fun fact, for all of you who've been giving buy-ins to me or Jamie or Jesse or Shadow in the last couple of weeks, we have screenshots of all those trades, and we post them in our little like fall bingo buy-in thread. So we know if you have or haven't paid. We have it like marked in a little sheet for signups, like the Google Sheets thing that comes along with every Google form. So if you have paid and you don't remember, ask us. Or if you just don't know if you've paid, period, ask us and we'll let you know. And then probably tomorrow, if you're listening to this episode comes out, tomorrow, the Friday, October 6th, we'll release names of people who've signed up but haven't paid.
Right. We'll tag you.
Yes, and it'll be like a big public affair.
Public shaming.
Yeah, we'll be following you with the bell going shame, shame, shame for not paying your buy-in. And we'll crack down, and it's merciless. I've been tagged in them before. I know Scape has been tagged in them before. And we planned the whole damn event, and we're just like, oh, I never put $3 million aside for my own buy-in or whatever it is. And if you can't afford $3 million, let us know.
I want to go on record right now and say I put $3 million of my cash stack into platinum tokens, and I put it in the buy-in pile. So everybody knows I paid my buy-in.
This buy-in's going to be gross. Like this pot is going to be disgusting.
I'm
not even
over a bill.
Yeah, I'm not even remotely sure what it is. Gonna be right now, but
currently probably over a bill, if not close to it. And if it's close to a bill, I'm gonna put some more money in there because I want it to be a bill. Can you imagine?
Gonna be a lot.
$1 billion GP split between 3 teams. That's gonna be insane.
It's gonna be.
But we may have like, I don't know, like 15 to 20 people per team. So you'll still make money. Like if you win, it's not gonna be a measly like $3 million each. But yeah, what if we just did only the first place team gets the money? Oh man.
I mean,
a bill split between 20 people.
I mean,
that's
still, the elitist in me is like, oh, that's still less than like a 5-person shadow split, but that's still a lot of money. Because as long as you pay the buy-in, you're gonna get drafted. I don't give a shit what your total level is, how many quests you've done, how good a PVM you are. Sign up, pay the buy-in, be in Discord, you'll get drafted to a team. That is an assurance. No matter what, everyone who is on our draft list will get drafted. Nobody is going to be left behind. It is going to be a private draft this year, though, because that went so much better last season than the public draft.
Yep. So the draft will be on Saturday, October 7th. Potentially, it'll bleed into October 8th on Sunday, just depending on how it goes. Last year, we got it done in one day, which was amazing. And we had like 200 or 300 people to draft. Mm-hmm. So do you know what the total count is now?
I would have to look, but I know it's gross. I would maybe I can pull it up on my phone here.
I got it.
Let's see.
I got it right here. Currently, we're at 256. Damn.
That's good. At least we know we can handle that, because we were kind of like, oh god, we're gonna have like 400 people signed up. Which, I mean, there's still lots of time, especially if you're listening to this episode today in a panic. There's still lots of time. But yeah, no, I think the draft last year was really smooth. Public draft puts a lot of pressure on captains who aren't at their computers. Like for example, during the fall bingo draft last year in 22, it was a public draft, and I was like out. up north with my family. Like we were driving through Traverse City or whatever, and I remember it was the very first round of that draft, and I was in VC, and I completely lost service 3 picks before I was supposed to go, and I had no Wi-Fi and I had no data. And I was texting Michael and TMD, not on Discord. I was like messaging them on their actual cell phone numbers. And I was like, pick this person as my first round pick. Please, for the love of God, give me this person because I can't communicate who I want. And it's the first round.
First round, yeah.
So it's very stressful. Like we have worked out ways for captains now where we have a good general understanding of, you know, who wants to be drafted together, what captains are looking for. We've got really good systems in place, and the private draft works so much better. So you'll know what team you're on by Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, because we'll start putting people into their team chats, and so you'll get a specific role assigned to you, which will give you access to your team channel, and then from there, you guys can start just getting to know each other throughout the week. So once the draft ends, we have about a week until bingo starts. Bingo's going to start October 14th. That's a Saturday. I don't exactly remember what time, but it's in the morning-ish.
I think it's 5
for the US.
It's 5 p.m. UTC. So I think it's 4 or 5 p.m. UTC. I know it's noon Eastern time, 9 a.m. Pacific time, because we have
perfect.
We used to run everything on UTC, but we've run the numbers, and we have like 70 or 80% American clan members and 70 to 80% Americans in the Discord.
Yeah.
So we're like, we know our homeworld is 514. Which for me, I don't ever want to change a homeworld. I do everything on 514. Other than the Inferno, I do everything on 514. I love it. But I think moving it to Eastern time is a better gauge for people. Yeah. So noon Eastern time on the 14th, and then I think it's running until game reset that following Sunday on the 22nd. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, because usually just go till midnight UTC on the last day, which is I think 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the US Eastern time.
It's 8 p.m. Eastern time at game reset. So I know right now for the folks who are in England, you guys are in British summertime right now. I don't know when that changes. Because I know we in the US don't have daylight savings time until the beginning of November. So if your guys' times get all messed up during this, I do apologize. But if you follow the game clock, the in-game clock is in UTC. And that will never ever be wrong. So that's why normally I like to put things in UTC, but it does become a bit confusing for people sometimes.
Yeah. Because they're not, it's like if somebody from the UK was like, it's going to be at 8 p.m. daylight savings time. Well, that's not for like a month. Daylight savings or
it's British summertime.
Yeah, it would basically get confusing.
British summertime, I think, is GMT +1 right now, so that's where the confusion is. I'm not sure because I don't know if GMT and UTC are the same time. Even I don't know because again, EST gang. But yeah, bingo is going to be. Oh my God, Michael, it's going to be so much fun. Do we want to get extra spicy and vaguely explain what the point of bingo is on the show? Just to like really ruffle some feathers and get people excited. No, not explain in
maybe
great
do that next episode.
Next episode, people will already know because we'll already have done the thing we talked about. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you don't remember. I'm gonna text you.
Okay, text me.
Okay.
Live on the show, guys. Can't wait to get my text from Oxie. So I can give a little update while I'm waiting. I got 88 hit points just now. Crazy. Oh, is that happening? I wasn't a part of that decision. Okay.
You definitely were. I just don't think you were paying attention to it because there were other conversations happening at the time when I laid out all the dates. Because that was,
I see.
Yeah, you and I can rehash why you may have missed that, but it's fine. It's not a bad. It's nothing bad that you've done. We were just talking about other things at the time. what if we got spicy and we explained what the general idea is without giving too much away?
Yeah.
Let's be bold.
Go for it.
Oh, yes, let's do it. It's our show, it's our event. We're going to be bold here, folks. So the last couple of weeks, for those of you who've been following the posts we've made on Discord, you keep hearing the term skill tree bingo come up, right? For those of you who've been around for a while, you know that in the fall, we like to have a very gimmicky event, right? Last year was King of the Hill. The year before that was Trailblazer Bingo, where we had rotating boards. This time around, we have a skill tree bingo. So let's start from the beginning, right? Every team off the rip will have access to a very small 4x4 board, right? 16 tiles. You can do them whenever in any order. Those 16 tiles are individually broken up into quadrants, if that makes sense. I feel like somebody, the graphic guy maybe, could put a graphic on screen to illustrate what I'm talking about. Maybe. Because I know we have mock-ups.
I'm not going to put the actual board graphic.
We've got raw. Well, you don't have to do that. We've got raw graphics we can put to demonstrate.
Okay.
Right? So if you're confused, head over to YouTube. This part is going to make more sense, right? So the 16 tile board, the 4x4, is going to be split into a couple or 4 different kind of 2x2 quadrants, right? So picture like a graph, you know? Once you complete 4 tiles in one of the quadrants, right? You unlock another board. You unlock a new skill, quote unquote, as it were. And then you get access to a 3x3 board with tiles related to the theme of that skill, right? So let's say one of the, and this is not what the skill is, but let's say one of the skills is fishing, right? If you do the 4 tiles that are in the fishing quadrant, you then unlock a 3x3 board, and all 9 tiles have to do with fishing, right? Once you finish that 3x3 board, you're presented with one final challenge. 3 tiles, 3 individual tiles that we're calling legendary tiles. And the legendary tiles are some of the hardest of the hard we can think of. Frankly, we're sick of our boards being blacked out by multiple teams. So this time, for the legendary tiles, we're trying to pull out all the stops. And the idea is to make every skill have 3 extraordinarily difficult tiles. If you are lucky enough or good enough or put in the amount of time enough to complete them, your team will get a pretty thick point boost, right? We originally had plans to like give power-up bonuses and things like that. But unfortunately, after looking into that it's like 2 months worth of work for just like the spreadsheet. And we're like, there's no way. Like, let's not do that. So it was pitched that it's possible, but again, we have to put like way more work than either ourselves or any of the lovely folks on our data team really have time to do for a hobby. Like one of our data team people, like Tiki's getting married this weekend. And he's like, Tiki. Shout out to Tiki for that's his achievement of the week. But you know, like they're doing this voluntarily. That's like a lot of work for them to try to muster up right now. So yeah, you're going to get a pretty big point boost, right? So yeah, just as a review, skill tree bingo, everyone gets a 4x4 board to start. It's the exact same board. Everyone gets the exact same skills. Once you finish a quadrant of the 4x4, so 4 tiles in one specific quadrant, then you unlock a brand new skill. Let's say it's the fishing skill. You unlock 9 tiles related to fishing. If you complete all of those, you get 3 more tiles related to fishing that are substantially more difficult, right? So that is going to be the whole event. It is going to be so much fun. We have been playing the tiles. We've got some old favorites coming back this time around. We've got some new ones that we're all pretty excited about for tiles. I don't think we're gonna leak a tile right now. I think that might be overstepping. Might be overstepping a little bit if we leak a tile, considering the board's not done. But But we know some tiles are going to be on there. So
yeah, I mean, if you've played in a TNL Bingo before, chances are you could probably guess at which tiles will be there. And
maybe not.
That's up to you.
Maybe we're cutting some
trying to keep it
favorites
fresh.
out.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it fresh.
Maybe the skill isn't fishing. Maybe it's mining. Maybe Michael wants another mining tile so bad that we're doing the 3x3 board. Once you unlock the mining skill, is it's like iron through runite, mine 10,000 of each piece of ore that can't come from any other source, including Motherlode Mine. So you just have to like mine 10,000 pieces of runite from the rocks. Because we have a skiller in our midst. So
you guys, in 3 years.
Yeah, it would take so long as a team to mine 10,000 runite ore. That'd be horrible. Yeah, I'm so excited. It's going to be so much fun. This event is going to be great. Yeah. Oh God.
It's definitely keeping it fresh because we could have just done like a standard 8x8 with a little gimmick, but like, how do you one up? Like, it's hard to keep one upping ourselves, but I think we're going to do it this time. Like, it's going to be harder and harder as we get down the line with the fall bingos, because I think after this, it will just kind of be like a standard, maybe even 9x9 for Springo.
So funny enough, this is also technically just an 8x8 board.
Yeah. When you break it down, the numbers, it's an 8x8.
Yeah, it's technically if you go by column bonuses like we did last time, with the big point bonuses at the end of finishing every skill, it's just a 4x16 board. It's still 64 tiles. But they're very different, and they're all like the way you unlock them is very dynamic. It is going to be a blast this time around. I can't wait. Excited. I'm super excited. We're finally getting the green light for some tiles that we've been sitting on for like a year, and we're like, no one's going to be able to do that. But now you guys are getting really good at the game, so who knows?
So many Infernal Capes and Blood Torvas.
Yeah, Achievement of the Week is going to be gross this week. There are so much awesome stuff that you guys have been up to. So, oh God, Michael, we're pulling out all the stops. Bingo. It's going to be so much fun this time. Oh my God, it's going to be so much fun.
Again, if you haven't signed up and you're listening to this the day this episode comes out on October 5th, and you had doubts about signing up, now that you've heard that, there's no doubts. Just go and sign up. Even if you've never played in a bingo before, even if you're brand new to the Discord, this like if October 5th today is your first time joining the Discord, it doesn't matter. Sign up for bingo. This is not exclusive to clan members. This is not exclusive to people who have been in the Discord for so long. The only thing we ask is that if you do sign up and you do pay your buy-in, participate, because that's how bingo is fun, is when people participate and you communicate. People have been asking. They're like, hey, so what if I have to work, or what if I have family things? Just communicate with your team. That's all that takes. Is telling people ahead of time, hey, I won't be available tonight, but I will be available tomorrow if you guys want a game. It's fine. It's fine. We all have lives. We all have jobs. Some of us have jobs. Looking at you, Oxie.
I still have a job, okay? I'm just on medical leave, and apparently my boss does not care if I do or don't come back into work. So
Avengor asks, is it going to be a mix of PVM and skilling? That is a great question, and I can answer it kind of vaguely. Yes. We always try and have a little bit of something for everyone. We take into account all skill levels, all walks of life, if you will, when it comes to RuneScape. And so don't be afraid to join as a 1300 total level Iron Man. Like, there probably will be something for you. Now, if you're fresh off Tutorial Island, I got to level with you. It's going to be difficult to find things to do, but we can still have fun. You can still go and tank bandos with your rune plate skirt.
You better not be tanking bandos. What? I will say this: there's content for everyone, but One thing you got to understand about bingo is there's never a better time to learn something new, right? What is the one thing that everyone always wants to do more of in bingo?
Bingo.
Well, like during bingo, and we're not in bingo, the one thing that people are always like, I want to be able to do this better, I want to learn this, is raids. That's the biggest
Yes.
example of people who are like, I don't have a ton of time to play during the week. I don't have like a raiding team because, like, maybe, I don't know, I talk in VC with people, but like, when I was a 1700 main account, I wasn't going to invite myself to TOB because, like, I couldn't even spell it back then, let alone survive in every room. Bingo is a different animal. We have captains that we have chosen. They've applied. We've chosen them as captains, and we know that they're people who not only know their stuff when it comes to content. We know they are the kind of people who can and will teach people new content in a way that is positive. Like, I ask anyone who's ever been at a bingo team with me, like, if you don't know how to do a piece of content, cool. Guess you're learning that piece of content, bar Inferno, Fazani's, and Theater of Blood, right? Like, those are, and even then, like, give me one other person I can top with, and we can take a learner to that. Like, I love teaching people content, and one of the things I really love about bingo is having people on my team who are a little bit less experienced, who may have never done these kinds of things before. And, like we were just talking about the other day, Corp, for example, we were discussing whether or not Corp is a fun boss. Some friends and I were talking about it, and I brought up that, like, during bingo, I enjoy Corp because now I'm at the point where, like, I financially can just, like, give my team Zammy Spears if they don't have them, and we can all go do it together, right? I can't give, like, Dragon Warhammers and BGSs and shit, but, like, I'm at a point where I can support people doing content they've never done before that is pretty scary to do by yourself, right? So we say that there will be content for people who can only do, like, Barrows and Bryophyta all the way up to our Grandmasters, and we do mean that, right? We really do mean that. But if you can only do Barrows and Bryophyta, strap in and strap on, because you're going to learn some new content during bingo. Even, like Michael said, if you can't play 24/7, right? If you don't have this Grandmaster plan to rupture your Achilles tendon, potentially altering the way you walk for the rest of your life. If you don't have that, if you didn't have that in place, like I did, let people know. Because the one thing that we really, really, really don't like in bingo, it's not when people have low playtime. It's when people join teams and don't say anything. That's the bigger problem. Like, we know things happen throughout the week, but, like, if you can only play for a couple hours a day, like Michael said, just tell your captain. They're going to be okay. They knew that when they drafted you, because you had a time availability thing on your sign-up sheet. So, like, play. You're going to love it.
You're going to love it. And if that hasn't convinced you to join bingo, I don't know what will. I really don't. Maybe next time.
Much fun.
Maybe next time. Because I get
so much
social
fun.
anxiety. I get it. But put that aside and join bingo.
As someone who's fairly socially anxious in this now absolute behemoth of a Discord, where joining voice channels is far more intimidating than it used to be, and I own the fucking server, it's very different in bingo because you'll get to know your team a lot. Like, they might be strangers, but after the first time you're in VC, they won't be strangers, right? Like, if you're with my team, I didn't know a good deal of people who were on my team last time around. I knew probably my first 5 or 6 picks, and then towards the end, people I've not, like, seen, too often. I knew every single one of them by the end of that event, right? Because you don't go to Sarachnis for 1,600 consecutive kills with a bunch of strangers and don't make bonds along the way, right? So I know it's anxiety inducing, but it's a much smaller group, and it's people you're going to be with for about 2 straight weeks talking to, because once you get put in your team chat, you're going to have several days before bingo starts to, like, get to know each other, strengths, stuff like that. Yeah.
I guarantee you there's people from Springo who were not friends at the start of it who now talk every single day in Discord. I guarantee you. Because there was people we kind of drug our feet a little bit and we didn't like archive all the channels right away. And for probably 2 weeks after bingo, there were still people hanging out in their team VCs pretty much every day. So we can't separate you guys now. You're best friends for life. Dean in the recording booth says, the best part of bingo is making new friends. Hell yeah.
That seems like a wholesome note to send us off to break, because that was the main title of this episode.
Yeah.
Where's Oxie been and what's happening with bingo?
All right, folks. Get hyped and stick around for this next part after the break, because it's going to be one massive achievement of the week. If you haven't been shouted out yet in the last 2 or 3 weeks, because I'm just bad, you're about to hear it. So stick around. We'll see you guys after this.
Hey, I'm the guy that sits I'm the guy that sits real far away. Not a lot of people come around here, but my name is, don't worry about my name. We don't do names here. You come here, you give me what I want, I give you what you want, alright? And we don't ask questions. I have a lot of bones. You don't ask me where I got the bones from. I don't ask you what you need with the bones. And that's how this works, alright? We don't ask questions, alright? You come in, you give me money, I give you bones. Human bones, animal bones, dog bones, any sort of bone. But on the one proviso, you don't ask me where I got the bones, and I don't ask you what you need with the bones. Alright? You look me in the eye. Because if you don't accept that, we're gonna have a problem. You wanna know my name? You can call me Dan. I'm Dan the Bone Man. That's all you need to know. Alright? And then when we're done, you never met me. I never met you, alright? This never happened. I don't know who you are, alright? Good. Now get the f*** out of here.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial break because I know that I sure did. It's a part of the show now where we take a moment to shout out our lovely patrons who offer their abundant support for our show. First of all, welcome, Brandon, our newest Wise Old Man patron this week. Thank you so much for your support.
Woo!
Every week we have a new Wise Old Man patron. They will get shouted out by name. And then on the screen now, is all of our current Wise Old Man patrons. So thank you so much to everyone whose names are on the screen currently. You guys are amazing. The Wise Old Man tier is probably our most popular. We've got a bunch of people in the Wise Old Man tier who are hanging out with us in the recording booth chat. So that's probably the best benefit you get, apart from the shout out, is being able to hang out with us. So if you don't often listen to the show, you'll hear us reference the recording booth chat a lot. And that's just all of the great folks hanging out with us over on Discord while we record. And there's currently 12 of them all hanging out. A mix of also KBD tier folks. But thank you so much to all of our Wise Old Man patrons. And now, I'm going to shout out our KBD patrons. You guys are honestly insane, and we love you so much for it. You know who you are, but we're going to shout you out by name. So, big love and mucho smoochos to
Mucho
Brooke 70.
Smoochos. Oh, baby. That's a new one for the shirt right there. Sheesh.
Brooke 70, Buckeyes, Oxie's dad, my dad, all of our dad,
Hi, Dad.
and he's withholding a tablet for some reason. Who knows?
We'll be all right.
Damon S, Dickie Bird, Dylan L, Elite Oreo Dunker, XP Enjoyer, Gay Raccoon, Gumby, who we'll hear from in a little bit, Legend Gary, Ron Garian, Lil Drakey, Mark, aka iStream, Mrs. Oxy M, who we still don't know who that is.
Yeah, I was just say, baby, come home. It's been too long. You know,
It's been too long. MT Birchfield, our third favorite Patreon supporter, Ralph, Rylithian, SatanBot6969, a little bit of a name change there.
that's his in-game name.
Soggy. Well, it was 666.
No, I think his
So something
I think
happened.
his in-game has always been 6969.
Has it?
I think.
Sound off, SatanBot. Let us know. Soggy Waffles, Seppi J, Seth Shep, Skooma92, SOSD3, Spartan Fire, The Big G Jordy, The Crayola Crayon, and Toast No Toast. Thank you so much. Muchos, muchos. As I said earlier, to everyone in the KBD tier, you guys are amazing. If you would like to join these lovely folks, if that's something you're interested in, you can head on over to patreon.com/Xpwaste and pick a tier that fits best with your financial situation. We have tiers ranging from $1 all the way to $25, and your financial support goes to making this show better. Oxy and I don't take a cut, at least not right now. If that ever changes, we'll let you guys know. But at this point in time, it's just going back into the show. So, yeah. Thank you so much to everyone who supports us on Patreon.
But you look at that. It did used to be 666 for a while. At least last year it was 666. SatanBot was on my fall bingo team last year. So I went back to the archives to see if I had a screenshot.
Yeah, see the name change.
Yeah. Because I can do
like maybe it's a new
like
phase
that.
in life.
He's going from the devil to the double 69, which frankly, that's a W right there.
W for the double 69. Now it is time to hop on over to our Spotify for the community question.
I'm telling you folks right now, get some popcorn, get a snack, get comfortable.
It's happening.
Get real comfortable.
So if you are a keen-eyed listener, that's a weird way to put it, but those
I listen with my eyes, boy.
If you guys have been paying attention to our Spotify channel, you'll notice that there hasn't been a community question for the last like 2 or 3 weeks. And that's been intentional because as luck would have it, we asked a question that was like very geared towards Oxy, and he just kind of up and left us. You know, he went to grab milk and never came back. So I have been putting off the community question for that reason, because I wanted Oxy to be here when we read his question that was very geared towards him. I think he actually picked the community question that time. So 3 weeks ago now, we asked you, how do you feel about stomping pets? Also, what is your favorite pet? So let's start us off right on Spotify. Tristan says, I
will clarify. There is only one right answer to this community question. And if you say the wrong answer, I'm making a list. You're not going to find this Discord because you're going to be banned as shit. But anyways, go on ahead, Michael.
Thank you. Starting us off on Spotify, Tristan says, because I don't have one. Aha, ha, ha. He started the ha-has with an A, so it's aha, ha, ha. Nice. Benjamin says, I wish stomping was optional. It hurts my ears. Also, as an ornithologist, I gotta go with the blue heron. Sorry, Michael. Definitely want more bird pets in the game. Perhaps a parrot for sailing. I don't know what an
ornithologist. Don't hurt yourself, Michael. It's ornithologist. It's a person who studies birds.
Okay, I mean that's what I figured. I just don't know how to pronounce it. Thank you, Benjamin, for that knowledge there. Yeah, maybe a parrot for sailing, but like that's just assuming that sailing is going to be about pirates. There's so much more to sailing a boat than just being a pirate. And so it kind of would feel weird to just kind of like put it in a box. Again, that's why I don't like the blue heron. It just feels off. Moving on to Tanner, they say, some of my favorite pets are the stomping pets. Oxie is just overreacting. But to play to his ego, Corrupted Younglift is my favorite. Also, I don't appreciate the Pikachu slander. It was my first at 56 Hunter. I guess
you got the golden Chinchompa when you're at 56 Hunter?
That's kind of cracked. Damn. That's actually really cracked. Because that's gray chins. I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Hunter. Box traps. Yeah, that's one level after you got gray chins unlocked. Holy smokes. If anybody's a spoon, it's Tanner. Next up, we have Christian. They say, I always play with game sounds off, so I didn't even know they stopped. Same. If you told me, hey, there's like Bandoses in the area, I'd be like, what are you talking about? Because I haven't heard them stomp in literal years. Because I think it's like the first time I went to the GE, everybody was going ching, 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 fletching. And, or it was like whoosh, 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 fletching. And then there was just like a stomping Bandos. And I'm like, yeah, we're turning this game sounds off. That's not happening. Daniel says, yo, Spiff Danny here. Why have your game sounds on to begin with? What kind of heathens are you?
Bam.
JK, I don't mind them. My favorite is Ickle Hydra. Much love, guys. Love the pod. Ooh woo, OMG, on God, for real, heart emoji.
What a guy.
What a guy. What a guy. I love that last sentence. That was fun to read. Codmaster Cab says, they're the only pets I will use. So the only pets are the stomping pets. Interesting. Jake says, Bloodhound for me, but how can we skip over Rayquaza? The Rayquaza thing? I vaguely remember that.
I do. That Olm could have been like an Eastern Dragon Rayquaza looking thing.
Oh.
Now, what did he say about? Is he saying Olm is good as it is?
I have no idea. He says, but how can we skip over the Rayquaza thing? We need more info, Jake.
Because Michael's never played Pokemon. That's why.
Oh, sure. Let's see. Angel says, I don't play with game sounds on, so stomping pets don't bother me. Favorite pet is the beaver, which I have gotten on all 3 of my accounts, all at Magic Trees in the Woodcutting Guild. That's got to be some like crazy coincidental luck to get them on all of your accounts at the same trees in the same place. Huh. I finally got the beaver at like 14 million woodcutting XP at Redwoods. It was great. Ryan says, stomping pets are extremely annoying. I'm glad there's a way to turn it off, though. My favorite pet by far is Rocky. Did you hear that, Oxie? There's a way to turn it off. And you can still have your game sounds on.
Oh, that's nice.
So Oxie's camera's not on, but I'm sure he went like this. He's like, he like put his hand on his eyes and he looked down. And he was like, oh. That's him this whole time, probably. I can't confirm, but I know Oxie. And he's probably doing it right now because I called him out on it.
Maybe.
JYRK says, hate them. Also, the Baron is the greatest. So he doesn't like stomping pets either. That's one person who's not getting coal this year from Santa Oxie. Oxie Santa? I don't know. Tuhi says, tiny temper goated, but like how they added cosmetics for linking your 07 account to Twitch or something, we need a pet for linking your Tumblr account. Interesting.
It's just a skeleton that follows you around and cringes at everything you do. Like, ew.
Ew. Moist Sean says, favorite pet would have to be between Solra, Jalrek Jad, and Vorky. Stomping pets are mid. Is that good? Is that a good take, Oxie?
Mid is not good. Mid means it sucks. So for me, that's great news.
Oh, I know what mid means, but is mid okay enough of an opinion for it to be acceptably
mid
on
is
your list?
Mid is basically garbage. So yeah, that's fine with me.
Oh, okay. Cool. MN Suni says, I want my pet stomping yard harder than Happy Feet Penguin, though Baron S tier plus pet for that booger. So essentially, they want harder stomping pets. Is what I'm seeing. They want them to stomp harder
Wrong.
and louder, happy feet style. Dion says stomping pets are the best. Love annoying people with them. Favorite pet has to be the fishbowl. Sad to see it's not on the tier list. That's on me. Honestly, I didn't realize that the fishbowl could go in the menagerie, and I was just doing things that could go in the menagerie. So maybe in the next pet tier list that we do in like a year and a half, when they have way more bosses with new pets, maybe we'll do it there. DJ says stomping equals auto F tier. Why would I have to listen to your pet? ? Favorite pet is probably Younglift because it was my first pet and it reminds me of the real PVM grind, the corrupted gauntlet. Wait, Oxie, did you make this account? Is this like your alt account or something?
I didn't, because my first pet was the Phoenix pet, so that was not my... Hunliff was not my first pet. Hunliff was my 1KC pet, but it was not my first pet.
Hey, yo, I just got Aberrant Specters.
Gross.
I'm going to go do Deviant Specters. My prayer method. Nate Dog says, a bit annoying. Best in slot pets are Zulra and S tier for Scorpia. Uh-oh. He didn't say they were bad. So is Nate Dog on your list?
They're a bit annoying, and I trust Nate Dog, so I know he's got the right opinion.
You can read between the lines with Nate Dog.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. James says, doesn't bug me. My game sounds aren't loud enough to notice. Favorite pet is Hydra. Hoping for it on my way to 99 Slayer. I'm 920 KC right now. Damn. 920 KC. I mean, that's not that dry. But like 900 KC.
It's not even a third. It's not even a third of the rate. That's a lot of Hydra, though.
It is a lot of Hydra. Hopefully, you're making money. Let's see. OC Dam says, I'm ignoring this question to say that the Penance Queen is the shitiest, most ugly, horribly terrible pet in the game. Get that dog shite thing away from me.
Good
also,
man.
Noon is my favorite.
Good man.
Damn. It's a little harsh. That's a little harsh. I mean, I guess you did ignore the question altogether. So you're absolutely right. M. Scotty says, not a big fan, but Red Grardor, Soul Wars Transmog, is the only redeemable one as it looks like a funny sumo wrestler and funny pets are top tier. Favorite pet is Corp, just a badass big dog. You know what? I don't think he had gotten the Corp pet yet when he posted this.
He did.
Shout out to Scotty for getting the pet on his birthday.
That was so much fun because I think somebody, even before he got it, was like, are we getting a pet? Like, somebody getting a pet? And I was like, surely, right? Surely somebody gets a pet.
Yeah. And it was Scotty. You'd love to see it. It's not an achievement of the week thing. It's just we want to shout out somebody for their birthday pet.
It was fun.
Real Crazy says, stomping pets should be forced to listen to their own stomping sounds in a mass on repeat for hours straight. It makes absolutely no sense to why there is no official setting to disable it. Yeah, I agree. There should be a client setting, not a Runelight setting, just a client setting altogether. Because you can already have a client setting to like disable left clicking on your pet. Why not just disable stomps? Monkey Bonana says, though I don't own any stomping pets or any pets in general, I say let them stomp, bro. I mean, maybe they're just excited to be out in the world exploring with their homie. That's very wholesome. A very wholesome way of looking at it. They're just excited, Oxy. You're gonna rid them of their excitement. You're just gonna take that away.
Maybe.
How dare you? How dare you? Mockcat says stomping pets are annoying when I have game sounds on, which is rare. Also, I agree with Oxy about bees and wasps. I've been stung in the ear for drinking from a water fountain.
Ugh.
Also, the front of the neck. Ouch. Ouch. Anyway, sorry about that, Mockcat. I hope that didn't scar you for life. Good Fizzle says, game sounds are only ever turned on for special occasions. I'm a crazy cat lady at heart, but Lil Viathan is also extra cute and gets some extra points for glowing. I will say the Leviathan is a cool pet. I think they did that one correctly with it being one that has like its own little pool of water. But we're not here to talk about pets anymore. HP Healer says, I think stomping pets are pretty cool. Let people know you're there. Favorite pet is the Chaos Elemental, which is cute, Prince Black Dragon, or Vedion Jr. It's hard to pick. Oh, I want the Chaos Elemental, and I think it's cute. So these are all they want. So I want the Chaos Elemental because I think it's cute, Prince Black Dragon, or Vedion Jr. It's hard to pick. It is hard to pick. Those are, besides Chaos Elemental, I would say Vedion Jr. is higher on the list for me, and KBD is always just one that I want. Aaron says, for sure the beaver. I also got the fire cape recently on my GIM, but my Discord phone number won't connect, so I wasn't able to post it. Sad day. Well, shout out to you, Aaron. 17 days ago, you got your fire cape. Congratulations.
Hell yeah, brother.
Caleb says, stomping needs to go. I don't think it affects the score within the pet tier list, but it's one of the most stupid decisions Jagex has made. It's not really a pet, but the shoulder parrot is kind of sick.
I'll take it.
And finally on Spotify, Swole says, I think they're unnecessary. Like they're only there as little flexes, but they don't really need sound effects. My favorite pet has to be the Brumby. So I know that Swole is from Australia, so I don't know what pet he's talking about when he says the Brumby. Because didn't we...
There's no way you forgot the Brumby. The Easter Brumby?
Didn't we...
The scariest Australian potentially fake folklore we've ever heard?
I know what Brumby is, but like, isn't a Brumby a real thing?
I don't
like
know.
It's a horse?
Think so.
Like a horse, right? I thought a Brumby was a horse.
Yeah, it's a kind of wild horse, but I don't know if it's as far as like myth is concerned. I don't know. The whole thing was a joke, and then everyone.
We need
loves the
Hanani
Brumby.
back. We need to get Hanani back ASAP to talk about Brumby again. Anyway, moving over to our YouTube, we have a couple of replies there for the same question. Oxie asks, how do you feel about stomping pets? Also, what is your all-time favorite pet? Mitch says, honestly, I don't understand why stomping is bad or good, but my favorite pet is Tiny Temper. He looks so awesome, but I'll absolutely not be grinding Temporis for it. Got the Spirit Anglers outfit and I dipped. I think you should, Mitch. If you're hearing this right now, I think you should go back to Temporos, learn to do the 10-point games method, and just do it. Can't be that hard. Jordy says, I really went and did a deep dive into them while making a list. Hydra is the best looking, but I would put every dragon on there because dragons are cool. The stomping on some pets are meh. If I could remove the stomps, I would love it more, but usually people walk so much, it gets so awful. The same goes for fletching. I hate hearing other people fletch near me. That's facts. Like ambient sounds should not be as loud as they are. And I know you can turn them down, but like even at 1%, ambient sounds of other people skilling, just maddening. Dinosaur says, stomping pets bad. Thumbs down emoji. Scotizo was my first pet ever, and the stomps were agonizing for me. Even back then, I was buzzing about my very first pet. Zebek and Akka pets are my personal favorites and are goated for different reasons. Zebek is a big old flat boy, and Akka is a gigaflex. Plus, the model is beautiful.
It's Flat Fuck Friday, fucking losers.
Okay.
Michael has no idea what that means, but I hope somebody does. You said it was Dinosaur that said that? I hope Dinosaur
Yes.
gets that.
Okay. Next up, Billy says, my favorite pet is Tiny Tempor, probably because it reminds me of a water elemental from World of Warcraft in some way. When it comes to stomping pets, I like them because usually big pets stomp and big pets frick. That's facts. Big pets are fine, and the stomping is fine because I can mute it. Talvin says, all-time pet? Both Soul Wars pets, unique, big, and cool. Apparently, I'm a Ghost says, stomping pets are why California vibrates. As for my favorite, I'd have to give it to Baron. He's an abomination and I love him. Also, Hanani approved. And Tixon says, never realized that pets made stomping sounds. I typically play with game sounds off 95% of the time. My favorite S tier pet has to be the Tengaroo because I'm a slut for anything Marvel related. I will say, if they put a little pair of suspenders on the omelet, that pet would go straight to the S tier.
All right.
That's how we fix
All right,
them.
Hold on. Shut
how
up.
we
Where's
fix
the
them.
picture of the cat with the overalls on, standing up?
That's
He's
how we
like looking
fix
at
him.
the snow, like he's a handyman. Look, I need that. All right. He's cooking with something. We put overalls on overalls. Oh my god.
Overalls.
We're cooking. That's how you make Olm
Let
S
him-
tier. Correct.
Let him cook, man. That's amazing. Next up, we have the Joe Gizzle. He says, I don't mind the stomping pets, but I'd be lying if I said the stomping itself isn't obnoxious in terms of game sound design and how it fits with the rest of the area. If OSR's team turned down the stomps around 12 decibels or so, it wouldn't be as bad, but subtle enough where the stomp could be heard, but not so impactful. As it stands, the sound itself is cranked too loud relative to the rest of the sounds in the area, at least, say the GE, where a majority of the stomping takes place. I wouldn't mind a rework of the sound itself as well. I'm not really a pet person, so I don't have a favorite, but I do think the little mole is really adorable for what it's worth. And finally, on YouTube, under the replied comment here, Roger says, my favorite pet is Tengaroo. It was my first pet. Stomping pets are cool too. Embrace the stomp. Well, that's going to do it for the community question, folks. Thank you so much to everyone who did answer. You had Oxie with his hand on his temples the entire time, and we love it. Even though we didn't get to see him, I just believe it happened. I believe it. And with that, this week's question will be, what bingo tile are you most anticipating potentially being on the board? Because I think that's a pretty good question for next week. Because next week it's like a couple days before bingo starts. So
Yeah.
you can answer that question. You can answer that question on the community question section on Spotify or the pinned comment of this YouTube video. My dear friend Oxie, are you going to send me the spreadsheet so we can do Achievement of the Week together?
I'm soloing Achievement of the Week. You just read
He's
30.
soloing.
You read 37 community questions. I'm soloing Achievement of the Week this week.
Okay.
All right.
Hell
Folks,
yeah.
we have a whole document full this week. We literally have an entire document full of achievements from the last 3 weeks. So whenever I do these big ones, I'm always worried I missed someone. If I missed you, I'm sorry. There's a lot of folks here. All right. So without further ado, let's just get cracking. We probably have, God, we have so many achievements. Kicking things off with the miscellaneous tier. We have 4 quest capes in the last couple of weeks. We have Jamungo, Biggery, Jay Leezy, and Billy H. all receiving their quest cape for the first time. In the miscellaneous tier as well, we also have Iron Robin, who received their diary cape this week. Or not, well, in this period of time, they received their diary cape. I'm going to use this week a lot. It's probably didn't happen this week. It probably happened before that. But in any case, flip a coin, Michael. Heads.
Skilling.
Heads. Okay, sure. Skilling next. We've got lots of skills, lots of skilling skills to talk about. So let's get through this. Let's do it. Starting all the way back from like September 10th, September 11th, I think, we have Butter 6000 achieved 99 hit points. Brokey, B-R-O-K-E-Y-Y, Brokey, achieved 99
Brokey.
cooking. The Last Plague achieved 99 farming. Gimme Beer, which frankly is a great name for a GIM, achieved 99 agility and 99 crafting. Fumble Swing achieved 99 mage. Bloat's Ass, another great name I love seeing in the clan, achieved 99 mining, which he said was a tribute to me, in which case I don't accept, but I'm glad you don't have to mine anymore. TLR achieved 99 range. Rust of Fury achieved 99 crafting. TCD4QI achieved 99 mage as well. Hog Rider, spelled with an E and spelled with a 3 instead of an E, achieved 99 attack. Toaster Bath achieved 99 mage and 99 woodcutting. Gay Raccoon achieved 99 defense. Brandon achieved 99 cooking. Emeritas achieved 99 mage, 99 slayer, and 99 defense. Not even the most 99s by a single person this week, though. Purpleless Walker, Walkler? Well, I don't. Purpleless Walker achieved 99 hit points. Sparry achieved 99 agility. S. McGowan achieved 99 cooking. Fumble Swing again, who I forgot I already put on there, achieved 99 prayer. Ice 9 Chills achieved 99 strength. Powerful Gay achieved 99 farming. J Goose achieved 99 fletching. 99-inch Wonder achieved 99 herb lore. Big Mikey, not the Big Mikey on the show, the other Big Mikey, achieved 99 strength. Vespalar achieved 99 farming. Pork Jerry achieved 99 strength. I Poop Liquids, again, always a joy when that guy pops up on Achievement of the Week, achieved 99 crafting. The Meat Wagon achieved 99 hit points. Footing achieved 99 HP as well. Andrew Will achieved 99 range. Gecko achieved 99 mage on his GIM. Scotty achieved 99 Slayer and 99 Defense. I was kind of at the 99 Slayer party, but I was dead because he said it was 1 KQ kill. So I just took what food I had right from Corp and went to KQ. And then it turned into 4 KQ kills to get his level, and I just couldn't withstand it. So I died, but my bones are in the picture.
Hell yeah.
Lalot? I don't know if I'm pronouncing this name correctly. Lalot. They achieved 99 farming. Chaos achieved 99 woodcutting. I had no idea who Chaos was until they posted in the levels and achievements chat, and I still don't know how to say Chaos's name in Discord because it's the one with the weird symbol and no profile picture. But they got 99 woodcutting with me at the Falador Bank. They just sort of like found where I was collecting buy-ins and popped the 99. So huge cheesy to them.
Hell yeah.
Elite Oreo Dunker, the guy we mentioned earlier, got his first 99 ever with 99 strength. And while we were recording, Hove01, Hova, who knows? Hove knows.
Isn't that from Pokemon?
No,
HOV?
don't hurt yourself. I don't think so. I mean, there's HM01, which is HM01. Right. I think it's cut. Is HM01 cut or is it strength? I don't remember. Anyways, he achieved 99 prayer while we were recording. We do have a couple total levels to crack off here. Voltoro achieved 2,000 total level. And then Got Clues, Gibson LaPaul, and Toaster Bath all achieved 2,200 total level, granting them access to some snazzy brand new worlds that they can do content in. But there were two people this week who went above and beyond. Two people who maxed their old school RuneScape accounts. Those two people are Parker J and Gumby. Two people who we have known personally. We've known Parker for a long time. I think Parker played in like the first TNL Bingo. So Parker is an old timer. That man's been around for a while. But he finally got his max cape, which is super exciting. And then Gumby popped like 699s. It was like fishing, magic, agility, rune crafting, and a bunch of other stuff.
So he did the big three. He did mining, agility, rune crafting, magic, and there was one more, I think.
Hunter, yeah. I'm looking at it. Yeah. I'm looking at it right now. I didn't know he maxed last night. I looked at I had been logged out for a little while. Just sort of like, I got like not nerd logged, AFK logged because I wasn't doing anything. I was watching the Muppets Halloween with my mom. So I closed RuneScape and I turned off my laptop and I got the Discord notification probably 2 minutes later that was like, thanks for everyone who showed up or tossed a GZ in chat. I'm like, son of a bitch. I missed his, like, I had no idea it was that night. I would have definitely wanted to go. Like,
It was very last minute. Like,
Yeah.
I think we had a 30-minute heads up in Discord.
I was
And
doing
then like
Guardians
a
of
15 minutes in game.
I was doing Guardians of the Rift with him. Not like with
really?
him necessarily, but we were in the same world doing content these last couple weeks. And I looked him up. I'm like, he's doing it differently than me. Like, how many KC does he have? He had like 600 KC, and he's like 2271 total level. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, he's right there. He's on the cusp. He's doing the base 98s thing. That's going to be fun. But
Yeah.
congratulations to the both of you. I'm sorry I couldn't be at either one of your maxing parties. When you max again on an account that's another main that you make for some reason, let me know and I'll be at that one. Or when you max in leagues, let me know. Because that's going to be super fun. But that does wrap up skilling this week, which means it's time to get into combat and get into the final section of the big 3 for achievement of the week. So in combat, thankfully in 3 weeks, we do have 3 brand new fire capes and Aaron's fire cape from, I think it was the community question who posted that, or is it Patreon? Somebody said they got a fire cape, but their phone number couldn't connect to Discord earlier this episode.
Oh yeah.
So
Andrew?
Yeah, Andrew or Aaron. Congratulations on your fire cape. We have more people as well. So it's either Mr. Swing King or Mrs. Wing King. One of the two. One of those variations of names, right? So it's either Mr. Swing King or Mrs. Wing King got their first fire cape. 10 Turtles got their first fire cape, and Gin Junkie also achieved their first fire cape right before bingo. So fantastic timing. We have a shit ton of other firsts, and we're just going to lightning round them because I didn't organize them a little bit better, but we have. Legend Gary killed the Corrupted Gauntlet for the first time. Dicky Bird killed Zulra for the first time. Goths killed Fazani's Nightmare. Bigotry completed their first Corrupted Gauntlet, as did Dillygaff complete their first Corrupted Gauntlet. Jure, I think their in-game name is De Jorgemund, I think. I've seen them in the CC, I'm pretty sure. They got their first Zulra kill, as did Nightbreeze. Some of you may know him as Lance Nightbreeze from the Dorks and Daggers podcast.
Woo!
Ja Dead, aka Ja Birdhouse, aka Jod Snake Killer, Ja Snake Killer, killed his first Zulra as well. Fortimus completed his first Corrupted Gauntlet, and Satanbot he finished his first gauntlet without any assistance, and I kind of feel bad because he DM'd me. I was doing something. I wasn't like available to talk, and I think I like walked away from my computer. And he's like, "Hey, can you help me with Gauntlet?" And then I came back way too late and was like, "Oh shit, do you still need help?" And he's like, "I'll figure it out." But he got his first Gauntlet kill. Oh. The Lard completed his first Corrupted Gauntlet. Plugin Abusing and Legendary both killed their first Zulra, or that's Legendary. Who knows? Maybe someone's named Legendary and Legendary, though I think it's Legendary, killed their first Zulra. Sometimes I look at these things and I'm like, boy, I wish I was a little bit better at reading, because that happens with Legendary sometimes. I read it as Legendary and then feel like an idiot, but I suppose it's neither here nor there. Yeah, congrats. Oh, it was Legendary. I had to scroll back through. It auto-corrects sometimes on Google
weird.
Docs, so that's annoying. But Legendary killed their first Zulra, and a Frightened Couch completed their first Gauntlet. Whew. We're about halfway through.
Let's do this.
Medium combat achievements. It's time to get into the actual combat achievements portion of the combat achievements bit of achievement of the week for people achieving things. Pixie completed his medium combat achievements. Both Mohadib and Scotty completed their elite combat achievements. And Smoothlu completed his master combat achievements.
Wow. Mobile only.
Mobile only, baby. We have some kits as well in the chat. Last night, Suffix got his Fang kit. So we have yet another cursed phalanx in the clan. And Sabretooth, Planker, and Thorgoth all got Blorva in the last couple of weeks.
Whoa.
They all got Blood Torva. So Blood Torva is coming in. It's coming in hot. A lot of people are getting Blorva. I still can't even afford regular Torva, so I'm not even gonna bother. And then finally, capping off both the combat section and achievement of the week as a whole, we have one of my personal favorite achievements to see people get, the Infernal Capes. And there were lots of them. So, as you guys remember from the end of last week's episode, not last week's episode, the last episode I was on for real, like 3 weeks ago, Shadow got his Infernal Cape right at the end of the episode. We said we would shout that out, and we did next time we were here. But we've had more since. Shinkiro achieved his Infernal Cape. Prestige achieved his Infernal Cape. One and done at Zuck. Killed healers and one and done it right through.
What?
Yep. First
amazing.
triples, first Zuck, one and done, got his Infernal Cape.
What a gamer.
And then on the opposite end of that spectrum, someone who took a little bit longer, Cloudwind received his first Infernal Cape as well. And as someone who took a egregious amount of attempts to get his first Infernal Cape, Cloudwind, I feel you, right? I feel you in that how long it took to get it. I don't even know if it took you a million years like it took me. I just saw you streaming it in VC for like several weeks for a while. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't matter, because now the four of you can finally play the game. You can finally enjoy it. You can finally play the game. You are free from the Inferno. There's no more stress. There's no more pressure, because I promise you, there is not a single item in the game that people can apply that same kind of pressure about the Infernal Cape. You could argue that there's the Zuck Helm, there's the Phalanx, there's the Blorva.
Max Cape?
For PVM, Michael, come on. Really, consider it.
Okay.
Come on now. I'm talking to the PVMers here.
You have to do a lot of PVM to get 99 Slayer. I'm just saying.
Not really. Cannoning suckers, again, is not my definition of PVM, but it's neither here nor there. But there truly is not a single item in the game that people can apply that kind of pressure of like, yeah, but you don't have an Infernal Cape. Haha. Like, yeah, but you don't have a Fang kit. Like, maybe I don't like TOA. Like, I don't know. You don't have Blorva. Bitch, I can't afford Blorva, you know? And you guys have it now. You've got the Infernal Cape. I'm very proud of each and every one of you. And I'm proud of everyone who has achieved something awesome in this achievement of the month of September, which is basically what this has turned into. Congratulations to all of you. If you achieve something awesome and you want to tell us all about it, head over to discord.gg/OSRSTNL and post about your awesome achievements that you do, and then we will shout them out on the show. We might not shout all of them out on the show, but again, we like to see the stuff you guys achieve. We say it every week. Doesn't matter if it's 60 Slayer or 60 Inferno KC. We don't care. We want to see the cool stuff that you guys do. Plus, Bingo's coming around, which, by the way, if you haven't done that already, go sign up right now. Folks, I know it's going to be a shorter episode this week. I don't even know if we're at 2 hours on the episode track right now. My recording track says 2 hours, but I know we took like breaks and things and had a slow start. But it's all good things must end, right? Sometimes you have a really good series of a show, and the episodes are 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50 minutes. And then there's one really weird, like 36-minute episode that you're like, what the hell is this? Why can't it be longer, right? This is the 36-minute episode of this week, because it's time that the show comes to a close the only way that we know how. And that, my friend, is with a fun question. Michael, do you have a fun question for us this week?
I do, actually.
What a man, what a man, what a mighty good man.
This one comes all the way to us from the P.O. box, actually. So I don't know. I don't know if it's been. I feel like I got this package after the pet tier list, but keen-eyed listeners will have seen the little goblin sandwich lady in my background for a while now.
Oh, he sent it to you.
Yeah, so Benny Beescape sent me the OG drawing of the sandwich lady goblin from a while ago. I think this was when we were talking about tattoos for the meetup.
Oh God, yeah, I think
And
so.
I don't even know, was that during the break?
I think it may have been.
The story. So you guys may not even know, but like the story goes, we were talking about what tattoos we wanted to get, and this was pre like figuring out we wanted to do the Zora one. And I was like, ooh, a funny RuneScape tattoo would be if you had a goblin dressed up as the sandwich lady. And Benny Beescape took it upon himself to go ahead and just draw that out for me. And he sent me a picture of it. But then, I got the OG one. So this is the actual drawing. And then over there on the wall is like the signed official, like nicely fine-tuned version. And so, yeah, I'm cherishing this. This actually may be a tattoo that I put on my body.
You gotta get the original one, not the refined one, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, if Benny Beescape likes the refined one better, definitely do that. But like the fact that he whipped that up for a joke, that's fantastic.
And I have this piece of cardboard with, essentially this is like the postcard. So he put this piece of cardboard in the package so that the drawings wouldn't get bent to hell. So he said, inside you'll find yourself the OG doodle for a goblin dressed as a sandwich lady and the colored refined version. Hope you enjoy. Love, Benny Beescape. Fun question. What is your go-to sandwich order? On here, he put Bob the Cat. They're going to have sardines with doodle leaves. And Evil Bob wants raw fish-like things. So, Oxie, fun question this week is, what is your go-to sandwich order?
Holy shit. That's the most out of left field fun question that I could have thought of. And I'm so happy with that. Oh, what's my favorite sandwich order? You gotta be shitting me. All right.
He had no time to prepare.
Oh, that's so much pressure. Okay.
This is live on the pod.
I think like if I have to pick, anything with turkey and bacon usually fucks. I love turkey bacon sandwiches. I really do. Like,
hold on. Like sandwich meat, turkey, and bacon, or turkey bacon?
No. Sandwich meat, turkey, and bacon.
Okay.
I realize turkey bacon is a thing, but no. Sandwich meat, turkey, and bacon. Oh man, it's so good. Like, but there's so many other choices of what good sandwiches are. You can't do this to me. Okay. There is a sandwich shop in the town that I live in, right?
Wait.
Not my hometown,
Okay.
the town I live in normally. It's called Max and Emily's. And they have all different kinds of meats and things like that. And I've got a variety of sandwiches from there. And every time I go places, Michael knows this, but every time I go places, I like to try something different, right? I never like to get the same thing twice unless the same thing is really damn good. But all the years I've been going to Max and Emily's, especially recently since I've been going there for lunches at work, I get their Chippewa Club. Oh my God. It is turkey.
Mm-hmm.
It is bacon. It is ham. It's lettuce, tomato, a little bit of mayonnaise in there, and it's wrapped up in a little wrap. It's so simple. It's so simple. And every single time it does the job perfectly. It is so good. That to me,
Nice.
That's like the ideal sandwich. However, there is another sandwich place that I do want to look at, because I don't know if I have the name of it offhand, but I think I can find it on Google Maps. So let's head over to Berlin, Germany on Google Maps, because there is a sandwich shop I went to right off the like main drag in Berlin, kind of by God, it's not the Arc du Triomphe. That's in France. The Brandenburg. That's what it is. It's right by there, by the American Embassy. It's a sandwich shop that like changed my whole life. Didn't change my whole life, but it was really good. It was real good, and the sandwiches were massive too. I wish I could remember the name. But it's somewhere on like the main drag. of the street that leads to the Brandenburger Tour. I can't read German, guys. I'm sorry. I've been there. It was, oh my God, it was fantastic. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm in the general area, but maybe my sister would know. Maybe my sister would know the name, but I'm not going to call her in here right now. Because she might be over. I'm not sure if she's home or not, but yeah, there's a sandwich shop somewhere in Berlin that's really damn good. And if I figure it out while Michael's telling his, I'm just going to blurt it out and you guys are going to, yeah.
But I do have a question for you. To answer for me, what was that sandwich shop that we ate in your old college town that had the mac and cheese bites?
Okay, hold the phone. If you're talking sandwiches in the sense of like a con wrap, that's a different animal right there. When it comes to that place, right? It's called Conrad's. In East Lansing, Michigan, and they have there. It's kind of like, imagine if you guys know somewhere like Mena's joint, but better, right? It's grilled chicken, tater tots, bacon, ranch, hot sauce. It's like shit like that you put in there.
Yeah.
We used to go feral for these sandwiches in college. Feral, because they're good. They're good sandwiches outright. When you are 3 sheets to the wind drunk after an MSU football victory, it's like f***ing ambrosia. It is so good. So if you're throwing Conrad's into the mix, that really throws things off. But oh my God, Chaos Cleric knows. He's from Michigan. He knows. He says he fucks with Conrad's. I fuck with Conrad's. Yeah. If you go, get the best one. I think it's the best one.
Is that what it's called?
I think you and I got the number one. But I think the name of the one that I like better is the best one. And I did you a disservice by not getting you the best one. So next time you come to Michigan, I'll get you the best one and you'll be in good hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was good. Now, people could argue it's a wrap, not a sandwich. But like, what's the essence of a sandwich?
What is a wrap if not a sandwich?
Carbs with stuff inside of it, right? Obviously, there's the argument that there's like a distinct difference between a burrito and a sandwich. Sure.
But con wraps are not burritos.
They're not. It's very different than what you would think of as a burrito. So I think that one stands out as something's good. But the reason that I think that stood out is because in all of its glory, anything that has chicken, bacon, and ranch is a winner in my book. When Subway had their famous $5 footlong like campaign marketing thing, the $5 footlong originally was on that list where you could get it for literally $5. I used to go to Subway like at least once or twice a week for the $5 footlong chicken bacon ranch. And I'll get anything. Like if it's a sandwich, as long as they have chicken bacon ranch, I'm getting it. Usually though, Subway is a little bit more expensive than I'd like to pay for not that great of food. So nowadays I just go with, like chicken breast with some lettuce, green peppers, and just call it a day, So chicken bacon ranch is my all-time favorite. I like a good chicken sandwich. So like a Chick-fil-A, so if you go to Popeyes, they have pretty good chicken sandwiches, but like a chicken sandwich. And if we're going down the road of chicken sandwiches, is a hamburger a sandwich?
Don't get philosophical, goddammit. Don't do that.
Because like you can't pass up a good hamburger.
Okay, anyway. Hamburgers fall. Okay, here's the deal with that, right? Let's look at sandwiches as something like, let's compare them to like whales or birds, right? Like a bluebird and a raven and an ostrich. They're all birds, but they're nothing alike, relatively speaking. They all have the makings of a bird. They've got beaks. They've got wings. They have 2 legs, right? They're all birds,
different species of bird.
But they're different species, right? So the motherfuckers who are like, a hot dog's a sandwich. It's not a sandwich. It's like a close cousin, maybe. But like burritos, wraps, sandwiches, burgers, like they're all in the same genus, right? But they're not the same species.
Okay,
Don't go down the
okay.
don't go down the
So,
don't go down the hole.
like
But if you have a
sandwich
favorite
meat
burger,
or
go
like
for it.
BLT. Oh, I'm a sucker for like a breakfast burger. You know, put a fried egg,
Really?
maybe some like some caramelized onions or actual onion rings, maybe some tater tots. Ooh, I'll get that every day, all day. So, sandwiches though, gotta be chicken bacon ranch. If you want just like a standard like deli meat with a little bit of spicy mustard, I frick with that too. So I'm pretty basic though when it comes to sandwiches. Like I could eat a turkey sandwich with a slice of American cheese and some spicy mustard and call it a day. But it has to be toasted bread because I like sandwiches to be warm. I don't really like I don't really like cold sandwiches. So there's like I want to say it's like Jersey Mike's, or I think it's Jersey Mike's. One of the famous sandwich places down here, they literally don't have a way to warm up anything. So they only make cold sandwiches. And I know that that's a thing for some people. Like deli sandwiches aren't always toasted, but I like my sandwiches to be toasted. And it may sound weird, but like I like my PB&J to be toasted. Like
Toast some PB&J, that's truly not that bad.
Okay, so it's not weird then. That's good.
No, it's not super weird.
Yeah, I just like warm food. If it is generally cold, I probably don't eat it very often. It's weird. Like my mom makes this pasta salad that's like pasta with little chicken bits in it, and it's supposed to be just eaten right out of the fridge, but I pop it in the microwave for like 45 seconds before I eat it. Oh, it's Jimmy John's. Sorry, not Jersey Mike's.
Jimmy John's sandwiches
Jimmy
are
John's.
Great. I love a Jimmy John's sandwich.
I have to be in the mood. Firehouse Subs is a big one down here in Texas, and they make pretty good subs or sandwiches. But anyway, I'm hungry now, and so I think we need to call it, because if we keep talking about food, I won't survive.
Yeah, and in a super disappointing turn of events. All right, maybe like I'm on Berlin right now. On my phone, I'm gonna search deli.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what pops up, because I swear to God, I gotta find the sandwich place. So the Europeans have something to go off of here. Oh, I don't know where it is. Maybe it's gone. Maybe it's gone forever. Who knows? Who knows? It's there
You'll
somewhere.
You have to take like your photogenic memory when you go back to Berlin and like walk the streets and find it.
So interestingly enough,
be...
I have a decent like spatial memory. If I were to go back to Berlin in roughly the same area we were on that like main drag going towards the Brandenburg, I could probably find it for you guys, but I can't find it on Google Maps. So the Oxy was the only one that liked their stuff. They're bankrupt. Mima, dude, these sandwiches were as like big as your torso. It was ridiculous.
Well, maybe that's why they went bankrupt, because they're like giving you sandwiches and they're not able to make a profit because they're just too big.
Oh, trust me, these sandwiches were hella euros. They were not cheap booty sandwiches.
They're proportionally priced.
Oh yeah, they were very proportionally priced, but God, they were good.
Nice.
I think that is a fine spot to wrap it up, though.
Yeah. All right, folks. You know what time it is. It's the end of the episode. Thank you so much to everyone who continues to listen to this show all the way to the end. Muchos muchos to everyone, not just the patrons this time. So if you want to check us out when you're not listening to the podcast, we have a lot of places that you can find us. Our Instagram. I don't know if we still post on our X account, aka Twitter.
It's a Twitter account. Don't do that.
You can find our link tree that has everything else. So Patreon, our Discord. If you want to find our merch, you will want to find our merch. Xpwaste.shop. The Zolra merch is probably live. And if it's not live on the day of release, it's going to be live on the weekend. So go and check out our new Zolra merch live on the store. We have hoodies, t-shirts, all the stuff. Get it while they last, because they're not going anywhere. There's going to be enough for everyone. I know I will be buying at least one of every phase. So check out the Zolra merch. That's a little bit of a sneak peek into what I would like to have on the shop in the future. So just expect more from us when it comes to better designs. Xpwaste.shop. If you haven't already and you're on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. And Bingo is coming, so we may not have an episode next week just because it kind of sucks to have to edit and actually record whenever Bingo is going on. So we may not see you guys next week, but we will see you the week after that for sure.
Maybe because generally, traditionally, we also take the week after Bingo off to decompress and not play Bingo. So we'll keep you guys posted.
Whoa.
We're gonna be around. The guy XP. Listen, I'm not home. I can't edit. Michael has edited. I think this will be your 4th or 5th episode in a row. In addition to making all the graphics for the board. So if you don't hear from us for 2 weeks, we're not gone forever. Michael just needs a goddamn break because honest to God, this laptop will combust if I try to render a 4-hour podcast. And I can't. So Michael has been doing all the heavy lifting, all the legwork since I've been home. So we're just in a weird rut right now with where Oxie lives. So everyone at Michael and tell him thank you for doing a bitchin' job editing all the podcasts. Because he's truly been doing every episode and he will continue to do every episode until I get back to Mount Pleasant. So there may not be an episode the week after Bingo either, because maybe we both just want to take a break from RuneScape. Who knows?
We shall see. But obviously, we'll keep you guys updated. Discord is probably the best place to go for any questions about the episodes. We'll post there in the Xpwaste chat. If you have the Xpwaste role, you'll probably get added. So anyway, guys, that's enough for the show today. We love you all so much, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.